Hello, Gallant Skink here. Today I'm playing a game called The Factory Must Grow. It's a game all about building a factory and growing it. I'm sure you could have figured that out on your own. I actually haven't played that much of the game myself. I got a little bit past the tutorial before I decided to go ahead and make a video on it. And I gotta say, I love the sound it makes whenever you chop down a tree, when all those leaves just start decaying. Although I am thinking the world size is limited, so I better be careful with how many trees I chop down, or else there might not be any more. Looks like the last thing I need is some coal, and I'm seeing some over here, so I'm gonna get chopping at that. Alright, now it's wanting me to make a stone furnace. So that's gonna be in production. There we go, let's get crafting these. So I'm going to go ahead and start the base by a water source, just because some of the machines we'll be getting in a little bit actually need water to function. So this will just make that a little bit easier. Now we have the furnaces. The game wants us to make condensed yellow matter. And this stuff is basically what you need to research new machines. So we definitely want to get some of that. But yeah, I'm going to need inserters and conveyor belts. So we're going to need iron gears, electronics. Okay, it looks like we gotta start smelting some iron and copper. Alright, we are finally able to make our condensed yellow matter. Just gotta wait for that to finish up. And now we can research steam powered generators. That little noise means that our research is complete. So these generators, they need to be placed on water or else they don't work. So I'm going to put it right there, and then I can just rotate that. And whenever it turns blue, that's how you know it's working. Now I just got to put some coal in this thing. And the tutorial is complete. And that means I'm officially in uncharted territory. But I think I kind of know where to go from here. So let's look at research. Alright, we got a lot of stuff. And at the very end is the reality gateway, and that's the goal of the game pretty much, is to craft this thing. So what I want to work on right now is these mineral extractors, because that means I don't have to manually mine stuff anymore. Now one of my goals is to not only build a factory, but I want to build a nice looking house, because I feel like that's going to be a challenge. Because as you can see, even these blocks right here I can't actually place them down. Only things I've found you can place down are wood, dirt, and glass, which I'm making right now. So, yeah, if this is all I have to work with, it's gonna be, quite the challenge. Alright, I just got my 2 yellow matter, so now we're gonna be getting some mineral extractors. Aha, iron. Okay, that's not too much stuff. I actually might have all that in these furnaces. I also like how whenever you craft something, I just now realized this, but if I need iron gears, I have ingots in my inventory. It'll automatically craft the gears just by me clicking on this. So I'm assuming I can just kind of place this anywhere and maybe it'll work. Okay, that looks like it's doing something. Need power. I have power over here. Do I have to like connect it? Actually, I think I just didn't have any fuel in here. Yeah, it's running now. So hopefully that means this is running. Oh yeah, it is. It's mining copper for us. Can I only take out one at a time? Okay, actually I need these inserters, which I've been crafting all along, and some conveyor belts to bring it back to my base. Alright, so I have the conveyor, and then I think I just gotta put this down. Oh! There it goes, and that's the end. Okay, I'm gonna need a lot more conveyor belts. Alright, so I'm getting some more conveyor belts down. I'm thinking, yeah, we'll go ahead and start going this way. Oh, and I'm sliding. I can ride this? Okay, that changes everything. We gotta make a roller coaster at some point. Alright, so I have another mineral extractor. I'm thinking I'm gonna go for this iron right here. And then we'll get the... Oh wait, I had it right the first time. Get that. Rotate it. And I think if I suck these up, are they gonna go onto there? Dang it. It looks like I will need separate tracks, but at least this is quite a bit faster than mining. Now I just need one for coal, and I'll be set. So one thing I thought was odd about this game was it never turns nighttime. And then I looked at the sun, and it looks like just some big LED, and it doesn't move, so I think it's pretty certain we're in a simulation right now. I'm starting to think I might be part of the real factory. Alright, now I got this coal extractor. I'm gonna put that right there. Gonna rotate this little grabber here. And can it... okay, has to be level. Aha! Now I have a plan here. You may call me crazy, but... double furnaces! Yeah, it was taking way too long to smelt all this copper and iron, so I figured double furnaces is the way to go. So now you can see we have all 3 conveyor belts lining up going towards the base. I've been thinking about what I'm going to research next. I think it's going to be these... oh wait, I scrolled a little bit too far. Aha! Electronic furnaces. That way I don't have to keep on hauling coal over to the furnaces to keep them powered. And then with those, I'm going to be able to have these ores automatically smelt themselves. Alright, I'm starting to think this track might be long enough, so I'm going to start clearing out this area. And I'm actually crafting some condensed yellow matter right now, which hopefully will allow us to get that electric furnace. So I think if I do something like that, and then that. Oh yeah! What do you mean no power? Is this thing not powered enough? Okay, I'm thinking maybe the problem is I need another generator, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And hopefully I can get those working. Aha! Actually, I just realized I made a dumb mistake. This one's supposed to go here. I'm trying to smelt copper. And then if I get 2 of these, and I make some crates, I think I can get the finished product out of this furnace. Yes. And then, you know what? I'm going to build a few conveyor belts just so we can see these ingots, because that's going to look pretty cool, I think. Because, you know, factories aren't necessarily about being efficient. That's kind of secondary to the main goal of looking very cool. There we go. Now if I just open this, yep, getting iron. It looks like we have a pretty big backlog of materials, though. So now that we have this, I think it's going to be pretty easy to make a few more conveyor belts and get it to where the coal automatically goes into these generators. Which means that we essentially have infinite materials until these ore veins run out. Which I don't think will happen anytime soon. So now that our factory is self-sustaining, I'm going to go ahead and start building a house. And if I'm going to build a house, I'm going to need a lot of wood. Like a lot of wood. I feared the surrounding forest was kind of getting in the way of industry, so I just kind of removed some of those. And I also discovered that we can make wooden planks, which ought to look nice. So I definitely don't want to build by a bunch of resources because you basically can't get rid of them unless you destroy all of the copper. And what is it? It's like 2,500. So yeah, that's a lot. So I'm just going to build right where this hill is because it's just a bunch of dirt. Alright, I've completed the base, and I gotta say I'm pretty pleased with myself. I mean, it doesn't look good by any means, but it doesn't look bad. And if you go in here, look, we got this nice checkerboard pattern. And then if we go up here, we got the balcony so we can look at the factory, and this room up here. And I haven't seen too many reviews on this game, which means not very many people play it. So this could very well be the best looking house in the game. Let's look in here. Oh my, that's a lot of iron and copper. Gimme, gimme. I'm gonna start a sand mine. So now we have an automatic glass machine as well. And the reason I wanted to get glass is just so we can make more of this, what is it, condensed yellow matter. Yeah, that stuff. Because now the next thing we're gonna unlock is condensed purple matter, which I assume is pretty cool since we can make all this stuff with it. We also need it to craft this reality gateway. And I'm excited to see what that does exactly. It says, your only salvation. So maybe we can break out of the simulation. And I'm also gonna go ahead and build a little thing to store some coal because we have it backed up. That's actually how all of our resources are. I need to make this more efficient for sure. But if I start putting coal in here, And I can manually smelt a few things, mainly iron. And if I want to get iron, all I gotta do is this, which is insanely satisfying. Now, a second ago, I unlocked this crystal grower. And whenever I look at the recipes in the research tab, I see nothing that uses crystals, so I'm very curious what this is actually going to do. It may just be completely useless. Alright, so it says I can make amethyst ore. But I need condensed yellow matter and glass. Yeah, I'm not wasting that stuff on useless gems. Woohoo! We unlocked the purple matter stuff. If I don't sound too excited, it's because I just now was looking at my machines and they aren't receiving enough power. And I wonder if it's this thing. Could just be the amount of conveyor belts, I suppose. I guess it's never too hard to make another steam thing, is it? Actually, I don't even know what I was worried about. I'm exceedingly wealthy with resources right now. I mean, look at all this sand and copper and all this stuff. Alright, now I'm gonna look at the recipe for this purple matter. I'm scared to look. Okay, well, it looks like we do need amethyst. But other than that... Oh, wait, it takes 4 condensed yellow matter? That actually is kind of expensive. Guess it's time to get that stupid machine back. Oh, I just realized why we ran out of coal. It's because this little grabber here is too good at its job. Okay, well, I have a lot stored here now, so that should be good for a while. Alright, looks like this thing's about to shoot out some amethyst. This better be a pretty looking rock for how much it costs. Oh, and look, I get like multiple amethysts per amethyst stone, so that isn't as bad as I thought it would be. In fact, we can pretty much craft one right now. Alright, so I've been sitting here quite a while making these yellow matters and purple matters, and it's becoming ever apparent to me that I greatly underestimated the amount of time this is going to take. Because it takes so long just to make the materials to make each yellow matter, and then it takes 4 of those to make each purple matter, and then each of these is going to take a lot, and then who knows what's going to take to craft them, so I'm going to go ahead and end the video off here. If you do want to see another video on this game, go ahead and leave a like and a comment down below. I would not be opposed to checking this out again, because I am very curious what all those reality gateways do. My suspicion is it's going to take us to the mothership, wherever that is. Anyways, I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you in the next one.